What's up, you guys? Crusher right here, bringing you another BAWS video about Battlefield 3, as you can see. And we're playing some Gunmaster on a close quarters map called Donya Fortress. But back to that later. Gonna talk about our intro first. I bet you noticed some change right there. Yeah, put some work into Cinema 4D and Real Flow. Two beasts of a program, I must admit. But they're pretty hard to master, and the BAWS intro, the orb thingy, is actually an adaptation of Project Genesis by Trooper Effects. All credit to him because it was a really good template. And I actually encourage you guys that have a pretty decent computer to download and install Cinema 4D and/or Real Flow, because they're really interesting to just mess around with, basically. And yeah, well, enough about the logo. It's time to talk about the order of the day, which is Gunmaster. Gunmaster is the new game mode in Battlefield 3 Close Quarters, and that's the new expansion pack. And it's called Close Quarters because, well, most of the combat goes round and in and on and beneath a close quarters. Very good reason for that, because the 4 maps that have been released, like Donya Fortress, what I'm playing right here, or on which I'm playing right here, I'm sorry, there's some sort of castle in a Syrian or Libyan environment, Middle Eastern anyway, and it's a pretty, well, how should I say, it's a very cool map. It's detailed. It's got that, well, nasty look about it. Like, well, it's been bombarded pretty heavily. So I like the setup. There's another map called Operation 925, which is, well, a building where people do business. Presumably, it looks a bit like the buildings in Mirror's Edge, that other title of Dicey. Well, Mirror's Edge, that's another game I want to talk about. That is an epic game. Also, dicey material. And it was some sort of experimental game, really. Like parkour in first person. Well, it was a bit of a weird idea, but if you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. It's a special experience. And the buildings in that game actually resemble Operation 925. Another map in Battlefield 3, close quarters that is Ziba Tower, and that's some sort of apartment block facing another building. They're pretty small. It's a lot of white, the color, I mean, and a lot of window. So not much cover, very tight corners. Well, not a happy place to be. And finally we have Scrap Metal, which is my favorite map on close quarters. It's some sort of hangar bay facing another huge structure. That is an epic map. I really enjoy playing right there because it's got those nice ridges you can shoot off. It's got the roof of the other building. Really, you gotta play it to really get the feel of it. But I love that map. Now, the new game mode is Gunmaster, and you've probably noticed that every time you get 2 or 3 kills, you cycle weapons, and you start off with some sort of handgun, and you end up with, I think, your knife, and then you have to, well, make the final kill, basically, with your knife, and then you win the game. This is actually a bit free-for-all-ish, but yeah, well, we gotta think that this game mode is actually an adaptation of Gun Game, which is originally a Black Ops game mode. It's the same setup, really. Just get kills, weapons the game gives you, and well, as when you move along the chain of command, you could say, you get new weapons such as shotguns, assault rifles, handguns. In Call of Duty there were launchers as well. I don't know in Battlefield 3 because this is actually my first gun game. Gunmaster. Whatever, I'm gonna confuse the two a lot, I'm afraid. It's my first Gunmaster, and well, it didn't do bad, I presume. But yeah, the Mark III was a really shitty weapon to play with. But it's a cool game mode. I enjoy playing it because it gives you the opportunity to shoot a lot of different weapons at a lot of different times and spaces. It's a very interesting setup, and I must say, Donya Fortress is one of the better maps to play this game mode on, maybe apart from Scrap Metal. But I haven't played it there yet. I'm looking forward to play it anyhow. But yeah, right here I'm holding the acw-r. Yeah, the acw-r in Battlefield 3, and I never thought I'd see the day. But that's not the only adaptation of Call of Duty in Battlefield 3, I must admit, because, well, god damn it, fail aim! Not the only adaptation, because the whole game mode is actually just an adaptation of Call of Duty. On the other hand, you get new weapons when downloading Close Quarters. I'm shooting it with the TAR-21, also an old, well, a golden oldie, let's put it that way. And you unlock them by completing assignments, and the assignments are for, well, back to Cartland players, some sort of familiar face. When you unlock a new weapon, you have completed some sort of criterion that says, well, if you're an assault player, you have to get 10 squad revives, or when you're an engineer, you have to, well, kill someone with your blowtorch. It's all pretty straightforward, and, well, when you complete these assignments, you get a new weapon, and there are in total 8 new weapons. That's 2 for every class. And I haven't tried them all, but well, I have played with, well, weapons you've seen here, and I must admit they're pretty good, pretty cool to play with, and so is, well, Close Quarters in a whole, actually, because when you ask me, should I buy Close Quarters, I'll probably gonna say you should buy Battlefield Premium. And then you actually get Close Quarters for, well, not really for free, but you just get it as an extra for Premium. And, well, the maps are not bad, but they could have been in the base game and nobody would have cared about them. So, yeah, they're special because they're an expansion. And I think in the base game they're a bit weak. Yeah, they're a bit yeah, not uninspired, but, well, basic. Maybe, except for Scrap Metal, which I really like, but I have told you that a few times right now. And Gunmaster is, well, a cool game mode, but it's not something that should be in Battlefield 3. Anyhow, I hope you have learned something from this video. I hope I have been useful to you. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe and all that shizzle, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.